Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kuldeep, and today we are here to describing a situation. So, in IELTS cue cards, some situations are given to you, and on this situation, you have to speak. I think it is very easy process, but first and foremost, you have to take better part of this. And how can you start this one? Better. So, describing a situation, you have to keep in your mind that what are the topics. Like you should say, how should say? Yes. In this situation, describing a situation when you waited for a bus or train. So, the cue card that will be given to you, the things are written on that. So, first of all, you have to read it carefully, and after that, try to reply and answer, isn't it? So you can answer in this way that when it was, where you waited, and how long you waited. Now the situation is in front of you, and how will you describing it, that I will let you know. So now let's change the scene, and in this scene you will have the full screen. So while reading you have to keep some notes also, but I will read for you and it is very easy for you. Let's begin. The model answer is, I am a student of the University of Allahabad in India and graduated on journalism. Recently, I had to wait for a bus to reach my university, and that was a horrible experience for me. I will remember the event for long days. Thank you for the questions, and I will describe the event now. It was last Monday when I had to attend a class in the university. In the afternoon, in fact, it was a weird timing for me. It is difficult for me to get out in the afternoon. Besides, the sun is bright at that time, which is another issue for me. I like to stay at home at this time of the day, but had to set out my journey to university without finding no other way, as the class was very important. I had also to wait for the bus to arrive at the stoppage. I waited for over 1 hour at the bus stoppage and finally reached at the university. The bus station is adjacent to my residence. Actually, the stoppage was a 5-minute walk from my home, but the condition of the bus station were unsatisfactory. The lack of seating arrangement and seats on top were the most troublesome issue about that bus station. So I had to wait under the bright sun beside. It is also difficult for a young woman like me to wait in an open space. A wide number of vehicular movement made it intolerable to wait beside a busy road. But there were no other ways. There was a crowd of people and everyone was waiting for the bus. In fact, the number of buses was reduced on that day for a strike of the Bus Owners Association on some demands. So they did not allow the use buses to play on the roads. The suffering of the ordinary people were really unbearable. I waited for over 1 hour for the bus ride. Usually, there are lots of buses available in the city, but when there are such strikes, the number of buses and other public transports get reduced. At that moment, the ordinary people have to suffer and struggle a lot to reach their destinations. When I went at the bus stoppage, there were only a few people waiting for the bus to arrive, but with the passing of time, there was a moderate crowd of people, but unfortunately, the people turned impatient. And when a bus arrived, everyone rushed to ride, and I missed the chance that time. Yes, dear, how is it? I hope that you are enjoying. Well, so I waited. The next bus arrived about 45 minutes later. It was unmanageable for me to get on the bus that time too. But I asked everyone to follow the queue so that everyone could get a seat on the bus. I was fed up with the experience. Everyone wanted to get on the bus by pushing others away. Besides, some of the waiting passengers started quarreling over the issue. So The situations were hot. As a female, it was not possible for me to join with the quarrel, and I waited calmly but got irritated with the surrounding events. Finally, when I boarded the bus, I experienced another situation. There were no empty seats, and even the seats reserved for female were filled up. So I had to make a standing journey. I will not forget the event too soon. So, in these words, you can start describing, and I hope that it is very easy to describing, and such kind of the events can be present in this way. Well, so this is the description. See you in the next video. Till then,